welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about just some of the misconceptions of China. First, I want to go to SeaWorld. Guys, I made it to SeaWorld, and to be quite honest, I am really struggling right now. It is piping hot. I wanted to go and show you guys around, talk about this area and its history, but it is just so freaking hot. And then, of course, my tripod, died. This guy in front of me is straight up a trooper. I am dying in this heat, and look at this guy. Gonna pass out. It says, do not enter the water. I don't know if I can do that. Okay, we'll be back to SeaWorld in a second. It was just way too hot and I couldn't handle it. Let's talk a little bit about some of the misconceptions of China. In my last video, I talked about air quality, and that is a very big common misconception that people think all of China is polluted. Well, in reality, China is huge and you cannot accurately say that all of China is polluted. Another common misconception is population. It is fact that China is the most populated country in the world. However, it is a misconception to say that China is overcrowded, people are living on top of each other, you can barely even walk on the streets. That's a misconception because that is not true. And that's not true because China is huge. In order to talk about population and this overcrowding, we have to refer to population density because that's a more accurate term. I'm going to be using population density regarding the largest urban areas in the world, meaning over 10 million people. I need to first define what population density is. All you do is you take the amount of people and divide it by the area, and then you have population density. Even though China is home to some of the largest urban areas, it is nowhere near to some of the highest population dense areas. So let's talk first about what are the top 5 most densely populated urban areas in the world. Starting with Dhaka, Bangladesh, Mumbai, India, Karachi, Pakistan, Manila, Philippines, and Lagos, Nigeria. Notice how none of these areas are in China. And that's because China, like I said, is huge. So these urban areas are more spread out. Let's talk about some more recognizable cities in China, like Beijing, Shanghai, and Shenzhen, where I live. And what you'll notice here with these numbers is that, oh my gosh, Shenzhen is more densely populated than Beijing and Shanghai. So, I'm sorry. On the topic of Shenzhen, let's talk about a local misconception, because when I first come to Shenzhen, I want to explore and see what's here. Well, one of the top things on TripAdvisor is SeaWorld, so I got really excited because, oh my gosh, marine life. Well, when I got there, it is not what I expected. This area, SeaWorld, is not home to marine life, like you may have thought, like I thought actually before coming here. No, it's actually, Sheko is a former industrial area, and then that became heavily influenced by an expat community. So that's why there's tons of international restaurants. There's over 20 some here, like Russian, French, American cuisine, whatnot. So I'm not really sure what's going on, but a lot of these restaurants seem to be closed. It's only 3 p.m. on a Sunday. I tried to go into this restaurant called Green Bistro, and when I opened the door, the guy's actually sleeping. So I don't know if I should wake him up or if I just can sit down at this table because I just want to record this video. I am just gonna sit here until this guy supposedly wakes up and kicks me out. So anyways, I want to talk about Sheko SeaWorld because this area is really beautiful and I just want to talk about why it's here. So basically this whole area is all based around this Minghua ship. It was previously owned by the French, Charles de Gaulle, back in the 1960s, and it was just this luxurious yacht. And then they sold it to the People's Republic of China. It was previously named Ancerville. When the Chinese bought it, then they named it Minghua. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce that correctly. And that translates to Spirit of China. So the ship arrived in Sheko in 1983. A few years later, they decided to permanently leave the ship in its spot. This ship became a symbol of China's economic reformation. It's just representing change and the growth. That being said, this project of the ship has gone through a lot of problems. There was a fire in the engine room, and so everything that they had previously built, this fire killed the interior of the ship. So back in 2007, there was this flood that just destroyed this whole area. The overall project of this area and of the ship didn't finish until about 2013. That's what's really cool though about this area, at least from my perspective, is, you know, this ship has been here for many years, but then there's been things that's happened, and so things have constantly renewed. It's very, you know, more up to date, it's more westernized because it's constantly changed. So like I said, that this ship and this area is representing the growth. Okay, I'm sorry, my phone died. But what I was saying was just, this is an area that is, you know, recommended on TripAdvisor. It's a super cool, I'm trying to get out of these people's way. It's a super cool destination, but for me personally, I guess I only see the attraction if you live here, because it does give me that comfort. It brings me back to home. It's got all these foreign restaurants, and it's just, I don't know, I want to say it's not very traditional, but it's beautiful and I love it. I guess I wouldn't come here if you're looking for, you know, a super, I don't know, out of your element experience coming to China, because this is definitely more westernized. Okay, I'm actually super thirsty, so there's a 7-Eleven around here. That was a fancy 7-Eleven, like they have tables outside and just really nice, way nicer than the US. I think I'm just gonna chill out here for a little bit because, like I said, it's just way too hot and I need to like rest for a second. Watching my video. Remember to subscribe, and that I post every Wednesday and Saturday. Well, I'm going to try, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.